here in the top, I just select the top here, is the top item, and yeah, let's get started. We're going to use like a few of the same techniques, but some different ones as well. So yeah, let's get started. I have here the same way. I have this regular forest 4, and I'm going to create a fill material, and I'm going to throw this on the base color. So we have this, and this in the normal map. About the height, because it's a bit distracting in the beginning until we dial it in. Like if you look to this, like it's a bit too much, especially when we use like the tiling. Like for example, if I come here with like maybe 5, and you see like the height is a bit distracting, and yeah, we can work on the height later. And you see like we have like this tiling texture that's kind of visible, and we're going to have like different materials applied, but I just want to show you like one technique to make it more random. And of course, if you are having like this in this angle, then the scale of this tiling will matter a lot. But when you have like this, for example, in the distance, and we're going to have like some vegetation covering it, so it's not noticeable like the size of the scale of this piece of land here. So we can maybe, I would do like this. I will increase this to a bit more, like 6. It becomes even more visible with these stripes going along this axis, like in the diagonal here. And what we can do, like of course, we can bring a different texture on. But if you have only one and you want to work with this texture alone, let me just make it more rough. So you have like, yeah, that's good. So I can just duplicate this layer. For example, I'm just going to show this technique. I will duplicate the layer, right click, duplicate layer, or Ctrl D. And now we have a different layer, and I can just do a few things. The first thing that I want to do, I want to work on the levels a bit, and maybe darken. No, we are in the red, that's why. So yeah, let me just darken a bit. And then if I come to this rotation, and let's work with like a 30 degrees rotation on that texture. And now that we have like this, and maybe I can just bring here and change the scale a bit, like from 5.5, make it a bit bigger. And then we can create a mask, like a black mask. So now what we're seeing is the under one, like if I hide this, so we're still looking to this one because it's all black in the mask. But then if I come to this one and add a generator, and come to here and add like a dirt, can be, yeah, that would work. And then now if we come to the contrast and increase, you're going to see like it's going to bring, you see like more darker patches. And also like if I bring the dirt level, you're going to see more and more. So yeah, you see. And because it's in a different angle, we're going to start to see less repetition. And I can keep doing that. I can duplicate this layer, and in this one I will do a few things different. I will make like it's 6.3, and the rotation I will have like 45 degrees. And I can come to the layers and make it like lighter maybe, and maybe I can just come to here and add like a filter, and on the filter I can have like a yeah, I can just change the hue a bit, like to have it like more yeah, more reddish tones. And then we can come to the mask and come to the dirt, and then we can play around with the dirt, you know, like we can bring more or less, and we can, yeah. See, now I have some variations on the terrain. So we came from having this very clear patterns to hide out a bit with different patterns, and then with this last layer, and gain like more less repetition on the texture in general. So that's one thing. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make something different in here. I will maybe keep this one, but I will add another one. here on top, and then I'm going to use like maybe this one or even this one. Yeah, let's go with this one first, and then we can change if we want. Yeah, this one okay. Let me bring the normal here, and yeah, the tiling is a bit. We need to get like maybe 5 also in this one. Let me increase the roughness of the material as well. No height for now, a bit more rough. Yeah, this one. And then let's get like the black mask and add the generator. We can do like the dripping just to get like some variation. You see like what happened, like now we can see this, you see what we had, and give a bit more to our, and if I click here, I can get like the rust spreading. I can play with like these settings and bring more or less, and how the edge is going to affect of this, and how much of this. And yeah, could be dripping, but could be the any other dirt also. In some materials, like if you're using like in a metal and you have like this specific look that you're looking for, then it makes a big difference. But now we just want some noise on this mask that will reveal the texture to the others between the layers. So yeah, that's I like the look of it, but what I want to do, I want to make a transition, and because here it's going to have like water, maybe we won't have this grass under here. Maybe you can have like a bit of mud, still some grass, because the levels in this area, like we have the water tides, they can get like totally dry, but also like a flood all over to here, or even up to the top. So they still have like grass on here, but I'm going to put a bit more mud patches in here. So let's create that. Just to be organized, maybe we can create a folder here and call this grass. And let me bring everything to here. Yeah, so we have this, great. Let's click in here, let's close this, and let's put like another layer. And for this one, maybe this muddy look can be a good option. Yeah, definitely too much for the size, but yeah, the normal map. And then let's come in here and let's increase the scale, something like 6. Yeah, I like that. That's great. So now let's create like a black mask, and instead of using a generator, I'm going to paint. Yeah, with this can be like a good one. I'm going to make it larger, and let's get like let's get something around, especially the bottom one, like all this, maybe this bottom part, like yeah, with some patches here and there, like it's okay, but yeah, I think we're good. Maybe to not have this clear stripe here, because this is an island, but this is also low. I will come around this area a bit and give, yeah. And here I can just like maybe play a bit to soften this transition. Yeah, maybe we can have a bit of gravel as well. Like let me see, yeah, something like that, a bit here, maybe. So I will get like another layer, and I won't keep repeating myself, so just going to do it, and you know already we've been repeating the same process over and over. So. yeah, I think we are ready to bring these textures to Houdini. And one thing that you need to think about is that that's not like a definitive process that you do here and then okay, that's the end. Now we're going to send it to Houdini. We can do some adjustments there, but it's also possible that we need to come back to this to Substance Painter and make a bigger adjustment to this. And yeah, so thank you for watching and see you in the next lesson.